Hi everybody, Melissa here. Welcome back to CloudMom. I have a great question from Heidi about breast milk. And she writes that she has a 2-year-old son who she always tried to breastfeed but felt like she didn't quite have the right information to make it work, or like she wasn't doing it right. And now she's 36 weeks pregnant with the second baby and still very interested in breastfeeding. But as of now, her breasts are not engorged and she has no sign of milk coming in, so she's concerned. I've never gotten this question before. I mean, here I am. I've been at it for, I think I've been doing this site almost 6 years, and I've never gotten this question before. Should I see signs of my milk coming in before I give birth? It's an amazing question, and it makes a lot of sense. So I looked it up because I never thought of it, and here's what I learned. Colostrum. colostrum. This is like the breast milk-like substance that your body will be producing right after the baby is born, and you produce very small amounts of it. The baby eats very small amounts of it, but it's highly, highly nutritious for the baby and has really important antibodies and other nutrients that the baby needs right after they've come out of you. So it's actually being produced in your body from 16 to 22 weeks of pregnancy. So some women might have leaking and they might notice this sort of production of the colostrum, but many of us will not notice it at all. I, for example, never noticed anything before giving birth, and I did, have enough milk, thankfully. In terms of when your breast milk really starts to come in, and again, I'm taking my information from a site that I love called CloudMom, which is very, very well done. It's a wonderful resource, so check that out. That site says milk production begins to increase between 30 and 40 hours after delivery of the placenta, so day 2. And it might take a little while for the changes to become apparent to the mother. Milk coming in refers to the time when the mother notices increased breast fullness. As milk production begins to kick into full gear, this usually occurs 2 to 3 days after birth. But in as many as 25% of mothers, this might take longer, 3 days. Here are signs that your milk is coming in. Breast fullness, swelling, heaviness, warmth, engorgement, tingling, leaking milk, change in baby's feeding patterns, and if you're expressing milk, you might notice that it starts to change in appearance from the thicker golden colostrum to the thinner, whiter, mature-looking milk. So that's the scoop. Now, I have to read you guys one more thing from CloudMom, and then I'm going to give you my interpretation. And sorry this has been so, wordy. Research indicates that, mothers who breastfeed early and often have higher milk production on days 3 and 4. Skin-to-skin contact with the baby has been associated with increased milk production, keeping that baby close, okay? And if you're not feeding the baby, directly from your breast or pumping, your milk production will begin to shut down. So this is what I always tell moms, and it's such a tricky thing because we all worry that our babies are not getting enough. And some mothers feel so much more comfortable looking at a bottle and seeing, the 3 ounces, the 4 ounces, and knowing that their baby consumed that milk. That makes them feel more secure. But the thing is, you don't need the bottle to know that your baby's consumed the milk. You can do it via the breast, because the rule is this. If your baby has eaten and burped and you put that breast in there going, that means they're full. Your baby knows when they're full. The milk has gone into your baby. And you know what? The best thing to do is really concentrate on the breastfeeding for the first month if you can. Even 2 months. Really focus on it. Have the baby close. Hug the baby. Put the baby in the Bjorn. Frequently feed the baby, ideally from the breast. Frequently, until they're awake and full. Empty your breast, the first breast. Then go to the second breast. And I have more information about pumping. And what I recommend is pumping for about 5 minutes using a bra that holds the pump after every feed. And this is amazing for milk production. So this is what I recommend if you really want to breastfeed that second baby. Do not worry that you don't now, at 36 weeks of pregnancy, see signs of milk coming in, because that's normal. You don't need to be seeing that now. I hope this is helpful. Please watch my other videos on breastfeeding. And best of luck to you with your baby. And thank you so much for writing into CloudMom. See you soon.